How's that sound? Do we hear me now? I hope so. There we go. Do we hear me now? Hopefully. I forgot to unmute myself. Yes? Shake your head. Got it. Okay. When you have your back office looking at you going, I don't know. Anyway, good morning. Sorry about that. I forgot to unmute myself this morning. Apparently, I didn't want you to hear me. There's what it is. So good morning. Happy Sunday. It is November 13th. 2022. My name is Nikki Adamkowitz, and you know what? If it isn't screwed up at least once in a show, it's been a hot minute since you and I have been live. So, and been here on the Sass. So let's just get to it, shall we? There we go. We have missed everybody. Good morning. Today we're going to talk about Just Blanking Fun and RREM distributors. I'm going to talk about some great gifts that you can be giving, some think outside of the box ideas. But I'm not going to flip the camera around because I'm clearly technically challenged this morning. But thank the ladies behind the helm. We have Jess and Cheyenne behind the helm today, answering your questions, your comments, throwing up the links on the page. Let's start out with the link. That would be mine. And that is for my Etsy shop. Please make sure you guys head over to my Etsy shop and use discount code SassySubber. People. There we go. All right. Make sure you use SassySubber for your details. So there you go. Get those all up there. Thank you guys so much for that. So first things first, we got a new product coming out of Just Blanking Fun. And it was something that I had an idea for. Now, remind you, this is version 1. Version 2 will have the whole. I just didn't have a chance to do it. And it is that time of year where we start seeing something like this. This right here. This kind of looks like a ticket. There's a couple of those Christmas holiday shows that use said ticket. So we're going to use that today. We're going to debunk some myths too with pressing on gloves. We're also going to be pressing some earrings from him, and the designs will come from Gracie B. Doodle. But let's just dive into it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's just see where y'all are. I hope you guys are doing well. I've seen a lot of vendor shows going on, and you guys have been rocking it with your vendor shows. A lot of the hot sellers for the vendor shows right now are your under 20 items. I've been seeing a lot of stuff that have been under 20 that have been the hot seller for your vendor shows. They've been going like hotcakes. So if you're looking for some ideas, that's where I would head to. I would head to our vendor shows, our under 20 stuff. I'm sorry. Head to the under 20 stuff and see what you can sell. People are tight on their pockets this time of year, and more so this time of year with the state of the world. So let me the one thing about metal, when you're pressing metal, is you can actually press it at the same time. So what does that mean? You could press the front and the back at the same time using the pocket method. Now, we've used the pocket method talking about Aaron's wind spinners, right? Well, you could do the same thing for John's blanks. He now has double-sided. If you missed the memo somewhere along the way, he has some double-sided metal that he's able to do things with. And he's going to be coming out with a lot of great things coming in the next couple weeks into the new year, things that you're going to be able to bend into different shapes for different needs. It'll start out flat and then you get to bend it, right? We talked about how we've bent metal in the past, and John has literally decided, you know what? He needs to be a part of that train. So, good morning. Let's see. Ladies, can you make sure that the Sass is being shared over in Next Level, please, and make sure that it is in the group. I know that they're in the group, but make sure people see it. I'm unwrapping my stuff. Now, John's stuff does not come with a coating on it. He takes off that plastic coating, so keep that in mind when you are pressing his items. Let me flip over the camera so you can see what I'm doing down here. All right. So we have this right here. This is your ticket, so to speak. Now, the ticket will have a hole in the corner. Like I said, I did not have, this was the 0.1 version. We had to decide where I wanted that hole. So he wanted me to have them, put them in front of me and said, okay, Nikki, tell me where you want the hole. The hole will actually be up here in the corner. So when you're hanging it, I will go get my hole punch and I'll show it to you what it looks like as an ornament. But I made a ticket, you know, the ticket. And we're going to just line this up. Now I will do this single-sided or single press, I should say. And the reason I'm going to do it single press is because one, I cut it in half. And two, a lot of you are nervous about doing it. I will do this one in a single press. This one I will do in a double press. And the reason being is you know what? Not everybody feels confident about doing the pocket method, but I'm going to show you how I go about doing the pocket method to make life a little bit easier. Okay. Now, butcher paper, heat press. The heat press is set at, hold on, let me get this. The heat press is set at 295. Let me fix the time. For 60 seconds. Okay. So we're doing 395 for 60 seconds. I'm going to drop it over in there. We're going to give it a beautiful press. Metal is just an amazing product because it presses so beautifully. Just let it go. Okay. Yes, I know I forgot to put the butcher paper on the top. You can shoot me later. Everybody makes a mistake at least a hot minute, and we all know that I do. So let's talk about this pocket method. So the pocket method is not hard, okay, by any stretch. What you need to do is hold it up to a light. I'm going to grab my ring light right here, and it's going to be a little bit hard for you to see in the smaller one, so I'm going to bring it up on the bigger. Let me just get this untangled. Okay. So let's bring it over here. Now, you should be able to see it. If you have a light board of any sort, you want a light source. So when you are using your pocket method, it's going to be hard to see on camera. You want to line up your image. Okay? So they're literally laying on top of each other. And then pinch where that seam is. And just, that's it. Okay? You've now created the pocket. When you lay it down, let's move that out of the way. Hold. When you're doing the pocket method, okay, you're going to lay this on your heat press. Once you lay it on your heat press, you're going to slide this on top of it. Remember, it's all on your heat press, and I'm going to do it over there. Lay it so it's folded over. And then close your press. Put your butcher paper over the top. Close your press. Okay, we know how that works. All right. So, let me take this off. Now, again, lay it. You can see it in the small camera. Let me get over to the big camera. Okay. So, you want to lay your paper down. Line this up so that it's where it needs to be. I get quiet when I'm concentrating. Fold this down. Now, what I like to do is I like to tape my image to the butcher paper on the bottom. And then we're going to fold this over the top. And then we're just going to drop it down. Do I add extra time? I don't. I don't add extra time. Okay? So there is that. All right. There we go. Now we're just going to peel this off. Let me just move this over. All right. So that is what that looks like. Okay. Oh, you can also share in Randy's group. Okay. So it's backwards on. Okay. It's backwards upside down. Okay, so this is the ticket. When I go off live today, these will be available over in my Etsy shop. It does come with the font. Let me repeat that again. It does come with the font, so it gives it the hole punched look so that you could put your kiddos' names right there. It gives it that aged look. It gives it a hole punched look. It is absolutely adorable. Leave that there for a hot second. All right. So this is Jody's Ticket to Ride. That's right. So there is what that looks like. It looks like it's hole punched in. You're able to add names. Now I will put it, let's see. We're going to put this on here. And I have it as a blank back. Obviously, you guys can put whatever you want. It does come blank. The image inside here comes blank. So you guys can put whatever it is you need to put. All right. I will not be the judgment here. There's no judge and jury around here. All right. Let's pull this off. Put that down. Now it's already come out of this because it's hot. And there you go. I also made a concert ticket. So maybe you have somebody who went to a concert or you want to celebrate, like I did my anniversary. So we did an anniversary ticket, event code, anniversary 14 years. It could be for a 30th birthday. Love on the High Seas. I have the seats, the section, the rows. You have to fill in all the numbers part of it, but all the rest is in there. This does come blank. The back side is that, and if there's a very faint concert on the back, but this is a concert ticket. You'll add in your own numbers here for your ticket. And there you go. Check that out. There is my ticket to ride. If you would like to. And the reason I left this space right here is because that's where the hole is. So there's a hole right here. So that's why I put that there. I'm going to go get my hole punch so I can show you. Let that sit there for a second. Yes, you have to deal with me humming and whatnot. So this little gadget, if for some reason you want to add your own hole to any of John's blanks, you can just say, hey, John, can you leave it without the hole? And he'll be like, absolutely. And then you can get this handy dandy contraction. It's a hole puncher. You can find it on my Etsy shop on Amazon, right? Again, just put it in here. This thing is so long. It is kind of awkward. I'm not going to lie to you. It is awkward. You just slide it in here. And you just push down. And there you go. And now I have the hole for my ornament. We're going to do the same to the other one. It does come with different size holes for you to be able to use. Is that it? No, that's not it. Let's get Jody's Ticket to Ride. That's the same one I use. See? John and I use the same equipment. This is what he uses. But again, if you decided, hey, I don't want the holes in, I want to decide where I put the hole. Because listen, some of you may want the hole up here. Some of you may want it here. All right. So if it comes with the hole, reach out to John before you place the order and say, hey, John, can you leave the holes off of my next order? Put a note in his section, whatever it may be. I'm trying to let this cool off so I don't burn my fingerprints off. I mean, I should not have fingerprints by this point. All right. So you get to decide where that goes. And let me tell you, this gadget is the best little gadget on the planet. It's really not that hard. It's more wonky to use than anything else. I wish it came with like a thing to clamp on a table, right? There you go. So there's that. You just take your little handy dandy ribbon. Now for this one, add a bell, right? Add a bell to this one. And then you know where I'm headed for that because, well, we all know. Okay. So just add a bell to this. And now you have the cutest ornament with the kiddo's name on it and a bell. And it goes with a great holiday classic film without me saying that. This one is your concert ticket. Did you know, fun fact, that you could scan in the concert ticket for a client and put it on John's blanks. And now they've got a permanent concert ticket to last them a lifetime. Paper copies wear out after a while, they fade and whatnot. But if you're looking for a beautiful memory, reach out to John. He can create this shape without the little ticket hole nub things and send you some. And you can scan in someone's ticket. Maybe it was their cruise pass. Maybe it was their concert ticket. Whatever it may be, you could scan those into your computer and put them on a metal blank and it will last a lifetime. You can make them smaller as for keychains, as a memory, because again, metal keychains are going to take a beating. So there you go. There's the concert ticket. Love on the High Seas Live Nation concert, Times Union Center, our local Times Union Center, and then our ticket to ride for our holiday season comes with the font. So there are those two beautiful items, right? Now for the time and temp, I do have it at $3.95 for 60 seconds. If you use the pocket method, I don't add more time. I just pocket method it. I'm pressing the top and the bottom all at the same time. If I'm doing bulk orders though, no, I'm not going to do the pocket method for every single one of them. I'm going to lay it all out, tape it down, lay it, and then flip it over to the back. Once you get really good at that, I don't even tape mine down. I literally just lay them down, put some butcher paper over the top and press it. Some people are like, why? Well, because I do mine upside down. So I have my transfer face up, my metal face down, taped, and that's how I press mine. Metal is one of those items that you can press depending on the manufacturer's instructions, but I definitely know for Just Blanking Fun, either up or down. It doesn't really matter. You can press them. So if you forgot and you just threw it on your press and you have your butcher paper in, it's okay. It's going to press beautifully. You're not going to mess this up. It's not like MDF where there's definitely a top and a bottom and it matters because it's thicker. No, with metal, the heat comes right through it and will press it. So no worries with Just Blanking Fun. You absolutely can press both sides at the same time. You can press it facing up or facing down. It really doesn't matter. Okay. Next up, we're going to talk about Gracie B. Doodle. So Gracie B. Doodle is Tanya's shop, and she created some earrings for my sister and I. But I want to talk to you about some other things before we get into, the earrings, right? So he has a lot of shapes. And one of them is his teardrop, and the teardrop does come in different sizes. Now, I want to talk to you about some think outside the box things, right? Now, he can cut his metal in double-sided. Again, reach out to John for that. But these are single-sided, and I want to show you some thoughts of what you can do. So for your single-sided, you can make them into wine charms. Any of his shapes you can actually make into a wine charm, okay? So you just slip it on, and now you've got an adorable wine charm. Perfect. I would use the small one, not the large one for this one. If you ask him to use some double-sided on a shape, one of the beautiful things about my vendors is I've got some amazing vendors who share their craft with each other. They're not afraid to share their skill set. They're not afraid to collab on things. And that's what I love about these next two people. Okay, so you have John from Just Blanking Fun, veteran. Thank you for your service, sir. And then you have Aaron and John from Taz Creation Metal Arts. Again, thank you to both of you for your service. Couple, they're both in the service. You could take the 4-inch wind spinner. Okay, so far, are you with me? Okay, add a jump ring, and now you've got this cute little charm at the bottom that you can sub on. Ask for some double-sided, and then you've got a beautiful charm that you can add to any of your wind spinners. So maybe you don't want to use those gazing balls, okay? These things, which Aaron does sell those, right? But maybe you don't want to use those on your 4 or your 6-inch. Reach out to John Stock. These two collab a lot on things. They share ideas. I mean, Aaron literally showed John how to hone in on his craft, right? That's what I love about these. Community over the competition. Well, you could take John's blanks and put them at the bottom of a wind spinner. How adorable is that? If you've got your own hole punch, you can make it double, triple. Make your own, right? You see where I'm going with this? So they're not just earring blanks. They could be keychains. They could be wine charms. They could be wherever you see it could go. All right. You can string these all together and hang them from your window, right? As like not sun catchers, but they definitely could be hung with just some jump rings and a jump ring at the top and clip it. And now you've got some beautiful artwork. If you string a bunch of them, now when they clink together, it will make a sound. It'll make like a waterfall sound when you clink the aluminum together. Again, just some think outside the box ideas for you. And if you're saying, you know, Nikki, the teardrop metal earrings aren't selling for me, wine charms and bases to your wind spinners. So keep that in mind. You could actually, I'll go even one step further. You can even add it to the bottom of any of your existing metal ornaments. Again, get the metal hole punch, add it to the bottom, and now you've got a charm on the bottom. So again, you can elaborate on some things. You can make things beautiful. They create beautiful tags for the MDF ornaments, like the tags that come out of Blanktastic and out of RREM distributors and Apparicium and Slinging Arrow, right? They're the ones that you can actually take these metal tags and add them to those ornaments as a gift tag type of thing. So think outside the box with all of these. Getting back to Gracie B. Doodle, because I'm going to use these, and so is my sister, for our vendor show we have coming up. So let's get these pressed. So first things first, these are single-sided. Lay them out. So thank you to Gracie B. Doodle for these designs today. Please head over to her shop. That's Tanya's shop. She is an absolute doll. So thank you so much for sending these my way. Now I am going to tape these down. I just want to make sure they don't shift because, you know what, I'm walking from here to there. And if I was over there, I wouldn't tape them. I would just literally go to my press and lay them like this, put the butcher paper over the top, and just walk away. I wouldn't have taped them. But because I am here and I'm a klutz, so we're going to do that. Let's see where y'all went. And that one, there we go. There we go. Just checking the comments real quick, because comments are important. Here we go. All right. So beautiful, beautiful things. Now, I love the metal jewelry. I love the fact that, too, I can layer this, the small on top of the large. Another idea is if you don't like the silver backing on these, you can take some glitter HTV, press it on the back, and then just trim it. And now you've got some glitter on the back. I like the glitter just for Christmas, but you can put that on the back of your earrings. You can use the sticker vinyl as well. That's the glitter vinyl, and put that on the back. If I can find mine, I will show you what I mean by that. But let's just get these pressed first. Because these are a little bit thinner than his ornaments, because the ornaments that I just did are double-sided. So they're a little bit on the thicker side, whereas the teardrop single-sided are a little bit on the thinner side. So keep that in mind when you're ordering any metal from him, because he sells both double and single-sided. So depending on what your project is, you might not need double-sided. Maybe the single-sided will do you just fine. So just think about what it is, the project you're working on. Let me go see if I can get my glitter so I can show you what I'm talking about. Oh, that'll work. If I have my scissors, it'd be great. I know y'all can hear me. You're like, oh, Nikki, we can hear you. I know. I'm just going to cut me some over here. I know y'all can't see me, and that's okay. But you know what? I still want to talk to you. I still don't want to leave dead air, if you will. So I will chat with you. So here's some HTV black glitter. I'm going to show you how I go about doing this. Woohoo! She's hot. She's hot. All right. Let those cool off. I value the fingers today. Today, it's all about the fingers. While those cool off, I'm going to get some things going here. Paw print charms for pets who have crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. I know he has dog tag ones. I don't know if he's got mini paw print ones. I know the bigger paw print ornaments do come from Sublimation Underground, but the smaller charm ones you'd have to look and ask. And if not, ask John. He cuts all of his in-house. He's 100% veteran owned. And he does cut his metal blanks in-house, just like Aaron does. They had a jam session, if you will, the two people. So here you go. Honestly, Tanya, oh my God. And it's Tanya, it's not Tanya. I don't know why I keep doing that to her, but whatever. Okay, so maybe I want to add some black to the back of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, okay? I just want to use a small piece. I just want to show you how you can dress these up a little bit if you don't want the metal back to it and it's a single-sided, okay? I'm going to go over to the heat press and I'm going to press this onto the back side of my earring here. I'm just going to trim up some of it. Now, I know what you're going to say, Nick, how do you go about doing this with the paper? So what I will do, and this is where that Teflon sheet comes in. I'm going to flip this upside down. I'm going to put it on my Teflon sheet because this is going to be extra. I will cut that off after, but it's a quick press because I've got this wicked high heat going right now, and I will give it like 2 seconds just so it adheres. But it will be on my Teflon sheet. And the reason for the Teflon sheet is so that it can come off. Now, I will show you because I don't have my spare Teflon sheet. So that's why I have one that folds out, which I have not known where I have stuck it. I'm going to show you what happens when you stick it to the paper. All right. So if you stick it to paper, that's fine. I just lay it down the way you press normal HTV. Remember, this is at wicked high heat for HTV. You're going to watch me do this very quickly. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what happens when you add it because it's on the paper. So this is all now sealed on here. I'm going to pull off my carrier sheet. Okay. So far we're good. I'm just cooling it off because it does get hot very fast. Now, the thing is this is all the way. You can peel it off like I did, and now you're just going to trim it. Just trim it. Get some nice, sharp scissors. Okay. Now, could you cut this out with your silhouette or your Cricut? Absolutely. Okay. And then I'm just going to push that into there. Oops, go this way with it. All right. Now, because that picked up a little bit, that's okay. The beautiful part about this is I can go just like this, give it a quick seal, and now it's on. Now I have this instead of this. So if that bothers you, you can paint the back or you can add some HTV to the back and you just slide this in here. And now you have a glittery, so when it's moving, you're able to see that back, right? Because that's what happens. You see the back, and now it has some sparkle on the back, and it's dressed it up, and now you have a beautiful subbed metal ornament with a glitter back. I mean, seriously. It's a quick press to the back, and now you have, I mean, gorgeous, right? Absolutely gorgeous. So that's one idea for you. Again, you can do it on the paper. Just make sure you're careful. I like to do it on the Teflon because it just peels right off. which is perfectly okay as well. So there's a little tip for you if you want to dress up those holiday ornaments or holiday earrings. You absolutely can. If you're looking to see, let me take this earring out. You're looking to see the size of these large ones. So for me, I get my little hooks. I think John sells the little hooks with his. I think they come with it, but there you go. That's what it looks like. That's the large. It's not overly big. It's super lightweight. Super lightweight. So you don't even really feel like you're wearing earrings. They press absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorites. So there you go. So that is that. So again, you can use them for other things other than just earrings. They make great charms and whatnot. All right. I want to debunk a myth. I want to see if this, I was looking at these gloves. You know those gloves? I said you could press these. In years past, I have been able to because of the type of material that they were. So I want to show you that you can without ruining it. So I'm going to use one of Tanya's designs. Okay. It is a quick press. These are made of acrylic. I think it's acrylic. Believe it or not, it has a weird, where's the other glove? Where did it go? I don't know where it went. I just had it too. So we're going to do this real quick. I just want to show you guys that you can add a name to those. I'm going to add a jig. I have my Silky Socks jig. I'm going to stick in here just to give it something flat to go on. And we're going to tape it. It has a little bit of polyester in it. It has a little bit of, or has a whole lot. I think it's acrylic. I think it is actually some sort of thing. I don't know why it's acrylic, but that's all I'm doing. I'm going to protect all of the investments here. And I'm just going to hold it down. I've pressed these in the past and never had an issue, but I also never looked at the content of the glove until this morning. And then I was like, crap, now I need to rethink my thoughts here, right? I was like, I know I've pressed these before and had no problems pressing them. So the question became, did they change the formula? So I wanted to, because I said you guys could press them the other day, I wanted to show you that you can. So, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. So we're going to do it together, because if I'm going to mess things up, this is now the time to do it. All right. Let me just make sure. Yep. Okay. Probably didn't need to tape it, but I did. So while it is light on the color, you can. So if you want to make those elf handling gloves that I talked about earlier in the week, you can also put a child's name on it. Do it in dark, rich colors. You could put a child's name on it so that they don't lose their gloves. Maybe you just want to put their initials, their monogram. These are really inexpensive gloves from Walmart, Dollar Tree, wherever you can find them. Kids are losing them constantly, but they're a great way to add a little bit of decorative detail so the child knows it's theirs. They're great elf gloves, to call them something, you know, the ones that if gosh forbid your elf falls or the dog gets the elf, you can make the elf protection gloves and make sure everybody gets them. There you go. It does not change the elasticity of these. Now, you're going to ask what I just pressed that at. This one's for a child, clearly, because it does not fit my big hand. So that's what it looks like when it's stretched as well. I only pressed those at $3.95 for 30 seconds because I was a little bit nervous. So I probably could do the whole 60 and it would be a lot more rich color. If I could find my other glove, here it is. Nope, that's not it. I had it sitting here. Maybe it dropped. Yep, it's one of those days already, guys. One of those days. Oh, there it is. Let's do it again real quick because you're going to ask, Nick, what if we do it at the full? What if we do it at the full 60? What's the color going to look like? All right, let's do it. This time, though, I'm not going to tape it down. I'm literally just going to leave it like this. Okay, so we're going to let it go for the full 60 seconds and see if we have a brighter, richer color for it. Again, this was only at 30 seconds because I was a little bit nervous with the content in it, and I couldn't remember because I never checked them before. I just knew that you could do it, and then I checked the content, and I was like, okay, let's check it, right? All right, so while we'll do that, I'm going to talk about that infamous elf. RREM Distributors makes the version of the rocking chair in the little small. Well, now it's a big one. So we're going to press it. See, because this is Jingle. Everybody meet Jingle. Jingle comes out this time of year. This is my in-house elf because when you're Santa's helper, you need your own elf, right? So my elf has been with me now for 14 years. That's right. This guy's been with me for 14 years. It's been a long time since I've had my little elf. And he has done some pretty amazing things with me. So we, every year, get him. Hold on. Let's see if it worked. Oh, we got a little bit brighter of a color. So there you go. It's a little off just because of where I laid it. So it's definitely richer in color at the 60 seconds. So yes, you can. So, oops, sorry, got to flip. Okay, so it is a little bit richer color. It's just where I laid it. I didn't center it. So this is definitely brighter in color, 60 seconds, than the 30 seconds. So it is a win. That is a win. And now you can have decorative gloves. You can sell them for very inexpensive. They're great for under 10 thing. If you're looking for an under 10, right? So there you go. You can do those gloves. Now, back to Jingle. So every year I get Jingle something new. I know people think I'm crazy because I have an elf. He's dressed up. He has his own clothes. Now, because I am Santa's helper, I am allowed to touch Jingle, okay? Because Jingle has a very special job here at the Sassy Subber. He goes around and he blesses our neighborhood with gifts and well wishes and whatnot. So Jingle and I'm allowed to touch Jingle. All right. So just so you know, because I know we're not supposed to, but see, Jingle lives here full time. He's in his retirement years. So he's retired here. So we're just going to move Jingle over. All right. We're going to, I've already taken all the plastic off of these. We're going to give him his official chair. Because, you know, when you're a retired elf and you're stuck here at the Sassy Subber headquarters, you need a rocking chair. When you guys saw that we were doing rocking chair ornaments, the first thing out of my mouth was, oh, I need one for Jingle. Jingle needs a chair. The chairs are already listed in my Etsy shop, so you can go and find them there. We have a rocking around the Christmas tree one. And we have this wooden one. The rocking around the Christmas tree one does come with and without wording. It has candy cane. It has a candy cane legs for it. This one is my wooden one. And you can find all of this at RREM Distributors. And the designs are at the Sassy Subber over on Etsy. So there we go. We got a tape down. I put a couple different pieces of tape in there. We're going to go over to the heat press with it. Gonna get a new piece of butcher paper. Protecting the investment. That's right. Protect your investment. Why? Because we don't want a repeat project, right? So it's like heartburn. We don't want it. Lay it down. Add the butcher paper to the top. Loosen the pressure because this was on. And just walk away. So that is set at 395 for 60 seconds. That's what I'm pressing that at because my press does run a little bit hot. So that's why it's at 395. You can press it at 400. But again, know your press. Know your press. And did you know, fun fact, your press can run hotter when you're constantly using it. It can also drop in temperature. So keep an eye if you're doing large projects. Keep an eye on the temperature of your press because it can fluctuate even while using it. So keep that in mind. I know people don't realize that that can happen, but it absolutely can. I'm going to put my earring back in here. Press the other side. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody wrote that. So there you go. So we now have a rocking chair for Jingle where he will live out his retirement years and we get to bless people. And talk about blessing people, make sure you guys head over to the Sassy Summer group page where you can sign up to be a part of the tribe giveaway. If you would like to be a donations to the tribe giveaway, please by all means go and sign up for that. Sign-ups to win will come shortly after Thanksgiving. So there we go. This is hot. MDF is just like metal. Anything that comes off of 395-degree press is going to be hot. All right. So what I also like to do, take a little bit of a sneaky peek and see what we've got going on here. All right. Let me tell you, this is gorgeous. Look at the colors. I love pressing metal and MDF. I think they're probably one of my favorite things to press other than my fancy towels, right? These are definitely, and it's just because they're rich in color. When you have quality blanks and you have vendors who use quality materials like Unisub for their MDF, it's white. It doesn't have a yellow look to it. It's crisp. Your image comes out gorgeous every single time with the color. And it's gorgeous. Okay. Here we go. Now, I lay it down on the side. Add in all the little pieces. Oh, there's tape on that. I'm like, why is it sticking? Duh. Now, I will say, you might want to glue it. Why did that do that? Oh, there it goes. Okay. You might want to glue it so that it stays together. But from the view, you know what? I didn't snap it in there. And I was afraid to. Come on. Go back down. There we go. Okay. So that's what it looks like on the chair. I mean, seriously, it is gorgeous. That's what it looks like on the side. Okay. I was talking about if you couldn't find another glove. Oh, you could probably do a full bleed on those gloves. So there you go. I had the ornate detailing on there for it. And then you can add wording if you want. But I'm just saying, Mr. Jingle needs to live out his retirement years right here in his little old rocking chair. Okay. I'm going to show it to you from the front. Go to the big camera. He's a very bougie elf. I mean, my friend Mary made him his very own sassy swag for me. And he now has a chair. He has a bed, a beanbag chair. Did you know you can make him his own beanbag chair? You can just press on some fleece, as long as it's a polyester fleece, and you can take one of the fancy towels, press a design, and make it into a beanbag chair for your elf. Who knew? But yes, there you go. Polyester fabric also works for that, but my bougie elf does live the good life here. So he has quite the things. He has a couch, but he sits there, lives out his best life here because he loves watching me make all the things, right? So there you go, bougie Mr. Jingles. Yep, that is correct. So there you go. Those are the things that you can get from RREM distributors, just blanking fun. And we're going to do what I call the recap right now. If you've got any questions in the comments, please by all means, let me know. The girls are there to answer them, but I'll try to look and read and see what I can find too. If you've got a question or if you've got a think outside the box idea you want me to shout out, by all means, please, I would love to hear from you. Let me just go back through. check it out. Thanks to all those who are watching. I know it's been a hot minute because it's very busy here in my shop. So it gets crazy at Christmas time. So that's why I've missed the last 2 weeks of the Sass, because it's just been crazy busy. I also was sick. So we are back in action. Let me talk about the things before we get to that recap of what's going on this coming week. If you want to find me and seeing me teach more tutorials, head over to Condi on a Wednesday. Actually, fast forward or rewind. Tuesday, I will be live with the Applique Getaway at 7:30 at night Eastern Standard Time, where I am going to be talking to you guys about life after the holiday rush. That's right. I'm going to talk to you about all the things we could be working on, looks to the future. After that holiday rush, what do we need to be looking forward to? And we also will be talking about how to get to that finish line of the holiday rush. That will be on November 15th at 7:30 p.m. And if you haven't signed up for the Applique Getaway, you should. I think it's $25. You get a lot of great tutorials in there. They're going to be good. The lives and the recorded sessions that we've all done will be good until February. So if you can't watch it now, still sign up, because you'll be able to have those videos after the first of the year when you've got some downtime. And then on November 16th, I'm headed to Condi. That's right. Condi and I will be doing some Christmas crafts, or crafting and sublimation as they're calling it. And I'm going to combine some sublimation and some Dollar Tree items. That's right. And we're going to be using some ornaments to make some cute items as well that aren't just ornaments. So join me. I believe it's 4:00 Eastern Standard Time over on Condi or dyetrans.com. You'll see the links and whatnot. But head over to Condi Systems over on Facebook and on the YouTube channel to see what I am up to. So Tuesday for the Applique Getaway, Wednesday for Condi. I am one busy girl, and that's awesome. And I love to be busy. So, and then back at it with the Sass on the 18th. If you would like to be a part of the giveaway that's happening over in the tribe, and you want to be one of those who donates a prize. Yep, I take tribe donations. Please go read the rules over in the group so you can find out more. And if you're on my YouTube channel, hi, did you know I have a sublimation group? It's called the Sassy Subber. Head over there on Facebook. We've got lots of fun things happening over there and so much more. And if you're on Facebook and you haven't subscribed, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have the 12 Days of Christmas crafting over there for different items that you can make for under $10, and I think under $20. Go check it out. Hair ties, ornaments, and so much more. Make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Sassy Subber. There we go. All the fun things, right? All right. So now let's get to the point where we talk about the recap. We talked about Just Blanking Fun, and Just Blanking Fun has some new things added to their shop. So we have the ticket. Right? This is the ticket. This is your ticket to ride, right? The design will come blank, but it will come with this font set that I created to give it a hole punched look. I'll get really close for that so you guys can really see that. Get it real close. Oh, there we go. So that it looks like it's a hole punched look, right? So you will get that. You get the whole alphabet, plus you get the design, and then you could create whatever you want. I also did make concert ticket, right? We got to do a lot more things this year, so concerts were the thing. And maybe you want to celebrate a 30th birthday or a wedding anniversary or a 60th birthday. You can make a really cute ticket, or maybe you actually went to a concert, right? And you want to add all those details. Maybe your client has the original concert ticket. Scan it into your computer, ask John to cut you a blank, and now you can make a memory that will last a lot longer than that paper ticket. So make sure you do both sides. He can cut you custom shapes as well. So make sure you head over to justblankingfun.com. Reach out to John. And as I said also too, the holes in these, you can say, hey, can you not put the hole in it? I have a hole puncher and I want to decide where I put the hole. He'll do that for you because sometimes the hole is not exactly where we want it. And we're kind of stuck, right? So that's a beautiful part about him creating things in-house. You got a custom shape idea out of metal that isn't too intricate, by all means, ask John. He will cut it out. And like I said, you can add these. I'm just going to use this as an example because it happens to have here, so you can see. Let's say you have a wind spinner from Taz Creation Metal Arts. I'm just using the earring back, but you use a jump ring. You would have a jump ring and you could put it on the bottom of these. They make great dangles for those wind spinners. You can add them, string them together, whatever you want to do. There's lots of fun things that you can use them for. And you can also use them as wine charms as well. Think outside the box. They're not just earrings. There are other things too. They can be tags, they can be charms, and so much more. Then we headed over to, oh, and thank you to Gracie B. Doodle for the designs on the earrings this morning. I appreciate you, so I didn't have to create them. They're absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to wear them to our vendor show. If you head over to RREM Distributors, she is back up and running. As you guys know, she was out for a little bit for some medical stuff. She had surgery. She's back up. That's right, back up, running, full blast. She is doing her thing, and she has this 6-inch rocking chair that I had to have for Jingle. So I have 2 designs already in my shop over on Etsy, and now you have your own custom larger version of the rocking chair. This also works great for your tiered trays. So you can make the little ornament version, or you can have the tiered tray version. It is 6 inches. It's a decent size. Again, as you can see, Jingle fits just nicely on here. You could probably even use it for Barbie. I'm just saying. Just saying. If Barbie can sit, you can probably use it for Barbie because it's about the same height. Right? And you just want to make sure that before you give this to your client, glue it together so it doesn't fall apart. All right, let's go put Jingle back into his retirement life. There you go. Look for all the fun things that you can get over at RREM Distributors, from the car vent clips to her skinny tumblers to all of her MDF that she has been feverishly cutting. Make sure you go and visit RREM Distributors over on Shopify. And there's the link right there. So thank you so much for that. There we go. We're going to a Josh Groban concert. See, that would be a great hit. That's also a great present to give to somebody. And I was seeing Cheyenne, I believe it's either Cheyenne's or Jess's comment. Maybe it's an announcement. Maybe that concert ticket is a great announcement for a Christmas present for them to open. Right? So then it creates the memory, and then they get the paper ticket and they have the ornament to go with it. I mean, great idea to do that. So keep that all in mind if you're looking for some inexpensive gift giving ideas this holiday season. Before I leave, you guys are headed into your vendor shows. We do have items that are going to cost over $20 that we do sell. I'm not saying, hey, make sure your whole shop's under 20. I'm just saying maybe have a section in your shop for gifts that are under 10 and under 20. People are on budgets. They're looking for stocking stuffers. They're looking for things to purchase that won't break the bank because we want to buy for so many people, right? But we just don't have the budget to fit it. Look at all the stuff that our vendors offer to you that could keep it under 10 and under 20, and have that section in your shop. You get more bees with honey. With that said, thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been the Sass for November 13th. My name is Nikki Adamkowitz, and as always, stay classy and stay sassy. I'll see you guys all later on the flip side.